أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف الأنبياء المرسلين محمد وأهل بيت الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين سيما الإمام المنتظر الحجة الثاني عشر روحي وأرواح العالمين لتراب مقدمه الفداء أما بعد فقد قال الله سبحانه وتعالى في كتابه المجيد والفرقان الحميد بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم ربي زدني علما صدق الله العلي العظيم. Right. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Inshallah, hope everyone is well. One of the things which Sister Tahira and we have been discussing is that about the Arabic classes and how to make it more relevant to us. Now, what I plan to do is that because the book itself, it's quite in depth in regards to its Arabic and grammatical concepts. And what I try to do is that, first of all, initially, let's go through the book once. And then once I will do the revision, then I will bring the ayat of the Quran, try to implement them and try to understand it. So because I feel sometimes if it's once a week, if I go through it thoroughly in depth, it may be overwhelming at once. Whereas if we divided it into two dosage, first one is to go through the lesson, and then second time around when we do the revision of the notes and each lesson, when we implement it in the Quran, you will enjoy it better because you've done it once and then you're applying it in a different format on the ayat of the Quran. And that's that. And then inshallah, after Muharram, I'll try to do other things as well related to the Quran, using the Arabic grammar and Arabic language which you study to start. So I am, inshallah, maybe after Muharram we'll start this, is to start, either it's going to be Alan Jones, I'll restart it again, or I will do the starting from Surah Al-Hamd and go through the Quran sequentially and in sequence, all of the ayats, break them down, understand them, because after book 3, a student should have some comprehension, basic comprehension of sentences and constructions as well. So inshallah, that is the plan. Of course, that class which I'll conduct, I'm not going to allow any person to join them. It has to be a person at least completed book 3, a minimum book 2, starting book 3, or completed book 3. Anything below that won't be allowed because of the actual complexity and the actual language which is used in the class. What is your feedback on that? So I will share with you something on the screen so that you are a bit more familiar. Right. This is a overview of the actual content which will be used. So if you see Surah Al-Hamd itself, they've broken it down according to the particles, verbs, and nouns, and I'll go through them. And also there, for example, there is the verb nasta'inu, which means we ask for help. I'll not only go through this verb, but I'll go through the past, present, and imperatives as well, so that you have a better understanding of the verbs, because there's often the actual verbs in the Quran are repeated, and if we practice on the past, present, and imperatives, it will give you a bit more insight and more in-depth understanding of those verbs which are used. So you can see here of the breakdown, and then also I will also do the actual. So you can see here it says nasta'inu, a'ana. The original word is aun, assistance, relief, and we changed it to ista'ana. So I'll go through this as well, and then again with Surah Baqarah, it will be the breakdown, and I will try to do some verbs as grammar as well. So the verb yunfiqun, I'll tell you the past, present, and imperative, and go through the ayat of the Quran gradually. And if the students agree, we can do like 10 ayats. First, we'll do a short commentary of these 10 ayats, and then go through the surahs as well. So that is something which I was planning to do, but because of commitments and so forth, it's been really challenging. And I'm trying to find other teachers to teach with me, but it's difficult to find someone who is committed and is willing to do it in a certain pattern and method and technique of teaching as well. So different teachers have different methods, and I have my own approach, and I need a teacher. Okay, I'm happy with different approaches, but as long as the student are benefiting, that's really important, because sometimes you may be a good teacher for yourself, but not a good teacher to teach other students. Any questions, Tahra, Sister Shabnam, Sister Roshan?
Sheikh, the notes, the footnotes are very hazy. They're not very clear.
Here you go.
Not this one, but below when you were reading the own.
Yeah, because this is actually, I've actually taken this as a screenshot. It's not a screenshot, I've scanned it itself. So I can give you the details of the book. If you want to purchase the book, you can purchase the book as well.
Okay, inshallah.
So I can send you the details of the book. It should be available. It's a very popular book. It's about, I think 7 or 8 volumes have been already been compiled. It's good. It's well designed, and it's good format. I personally prefer it, especially for students who are going to learn Arabic through the Quran.
What's the name of the book, Sheikh?
I'll tell you the name. I can't remember the name top of my head now. It's Ruqayya Maqsood, who's actually translated the book itself.
Okay, thank you.
Sister Shabnam. Sister Roshan.
No, yeah, I think that's a great idea. I like that.
What else?
Yeah, it sounds good. Is it like word for word? David, I have like 3 volumes. I don't know if it looks like the same thing, but it could be different.
There are different books when it comes to the Quran understanding. This one here, it's a breakdown of individual words, and it's got some grammar mentioned. Some books, they have like word-to-word translations, but they don't have the grammar aspect of the book. So for example, here,
yeah, I can see at the bottom, yeah,
the root words, verse 1 to 7, and it tells you the actual some grammar, which allows me to explain it and gives you some sort of text which I can refer to, and then give elaborate on the actual concepts which they have tried to mention here.
Yeah, sounds like, I mean, if we do surah by surah, it sounds very interesting, inshallah.
Yeah, so inshallah, that is something which I think it'll give you, because every person, be it me or be it yourself, sometimes you want that extra motivation and just see that, wow, you are learning something, you are gaining something. Sometimes it seems as if it's dragging. Arabic, to some extent, it is like that. There's no, that is the truth. Sometimes Arabic seems that it's dragging, but it's not dragging. It's the process of learning Arabic, that you have to go through the process of knowing some grammar and some understanding to understand the Quran. Sometimes what happens, I'll give you an example. Sometimes you have kids, but I don't, what's the law in Canada? I'm not too sure with regards to a provisional license. What's the law about provisional license in America?
16 writing and then 17.
Okay, yeah. So now kids, when they hit 16, they get carried away and they want to sit on the driving seat and start driving itself. Now, when they start driving, they realize the challenges, and sometimes they develop dirty habits of how to overtake, etc., etc. Now, if they don't do the actual theory, go through the process, have an instructor and so forth, when they learn their own habits and so forth, they would realize that when they have to do the practical, they've developed certain traits they have to know. Same is the case with the Arabic language. If you jump the actual learning progress of the Arabic language, when you actually go to the Arabic text reading, if you have tried to cut corner as much as you will feel like, then what happens is that you will tend to feel the cracks and the weakness in your Arabic understanding. And then you will find it overwhelming. So if you do the homework well, this prep work, then it becomes easy, then it becomes much more enjoyable.
I think, Sheikh, if I may say something,
Yes.
I'm looking at what's here, and I'm having issues with all the Arabic terms like Madi and Mudari.
Yep.
Madi Ma'luf and Madi Majhul.
Yep.
I'm feeling that Arabic is a difficult language as it is. And if I have to learn the Arabic terms for everything, that's just increasing on my load, and I'm not able to handle it. That's my my problem.
Yep. So what I think I can provide for yourself the actual English glossary for that with the English terms, if that helps yourself. So it's not essential that you know the actual Arabic terms. If you know a lot, as long as you understand that active, past, active participle, present or past passive participle, that's fine. That's perfectly fine, because the Quran has past tense, present tense, and imperatives itself.
I think it's similar to English. I mean, the English language itself, English grammar itself, if I had to do a test and explaining everything about the English language, I would not be able to do it. Yeah. And yet when it comes to understanding the English, I'm okay, I think, alhamdulillah. Yep. So that's why I'm having issues, just learning too much, and it's overloading my little brain, and it's not taking.
No, that's fine. And I do understand that. One of the other things which is really essential with Arabic is that when I started off learning Arabic is quite tough. But when you see the, inshallah, if you want as well, this is something which teachers do, but I didn't do it intentionally because I have only 1 hour slot. It may be challenging for you. Now, sometimes teachers, sometimes in the beginning of the lesson, they may take 10 minutes of class time or add 10 minutes on top of the class time. Like every lesson, we can have one ahadith on akhlaq or different topics about from the Ahlul Bayt alayhimus salam, and I can break it down for you. That's something which I love to do, but because of time restraint, I'm not too sure how the students will take that if I added an extra 10 minutes on top of the classes to have one ahadith, break down the ahadith, understand the meaning, and then start the lesson.
I think that would be a great idea. Thank you.
Sister Shabnam? You need to unmute yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, we could try. I'm not sure, but we could try. There's no harm if that's gonna kind of make it more empowering.
Yep, that's fine. Inshallah, we'll do that.
Sheikh, 10 minutes might not be enough for a hadith, right? That's what
I'll try to choose small ones, not to something which is meaningful and something which is beneficial.
Okay.
I'll not choose the long one like the 40 ahadith or something. Again, talking about 40 hadiths, that is something which I would love to do, inshallah, as soon as this book is completed, and then we have some basic understanding. This is a request. Try to read books on 40 ahadith from the ulama, because when the ulama write 40 ahadith, that's from their experience, their life experience, and when they write something, because there's an in-depth meaning to those ahadith, which the ulama have compiled in the form of 40 ahadith. Inshallah, and if time comes, we can start something in the Arabic language and study the ahadith in the Arabic language, or 40 ahadith, or maybe Itul Khomeini, or maybe of other ulama who have wrote 40 ahadith as well, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Right, let's start. So who is going to start? Sister Roshan, you want to start? Bismillah.
Sure. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Okay, first of all, I didn't understand what we had to do. Again, as I mentioned, Arabic terms, so maf'ul bihi. But then I just realized, looking at the example, it's something we've already done. So the first one is Al-Qur'anu. So I'm trying to say, Osama read the Quran, so I would say Qara Osama tu al-Qur'ana.
Correct.
If I was to make it into a nominal sentence, it will be Al-Osama Qara al-Qur'anu. Qur'ana.
Correct. Correct.
Al-Osama tu Qara al-Qur'ana.
You still need to put al in front of Osama when it's just
thank you for correcting.
It's a definite noun, right?
Yes. So if all of individuals, there's no need to add alif lam.
Thank you. So Osama tu Qara al-Qur'ana.
Osama tu Qara al-Quran, correct. Next one, please.
Al-Kahwatu.
He drank the coffee.
Sharibal. Okay, who shall we make? Sharibal. I'm sorry?
You could put Muhammad, Shariba, Muhammadun.
Shariba Muhammadun al-Kahwata.
Correct.
And if you make it into a nominal sound, nominal sentence, will be Muhammadu Shariba al-Kahwata.
Muhammadun Shariba al-Kahwata, correct. Jazakallah. Sister Shabnam, can you do the next one, please?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. At-tufahu, so this is the fruit, right?
Yep.
8. Akala aminatu.
Akala is feminine, masculine. And
akalatu.
No, akalat.
Akalat. Sorry, akalat. She ate. Yeah. Yep. Akalat aminatu at-tufaha.
Correct.
And if it was a nominal, aminatu
akalat
at-tufaha.
Correct.
Al-babu, the door. Fataha Muhammadun al-babu. So Muhammad opened the door.
Correct.
And Muhammadun Fataha al-babu.
Al-baba.
Al-baba.
Yep.
Yes, al-baba. My bad. Object, al-baba.
Next one.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الدرس.
Yep. So
قرأتي آمنة الدرس.
No, Karati Aminatu ad-Darsa. You said you read Amina the lesson.
Oh, sorry. So Kara Aminatu. So Karaat.
No, you could do it two ways. You could say Kara. You say Ya Aminatu. Ya Aminatu. Hal anti Ya Am. So you first of all mention caller. Oh Amina. Ya Amina. Hal anti Karati ad-Darsa. You see, Ya Amina. So Amina is being called first. Hal anti, did you read the lesson? Or as the other way, as you're doing it now, Qara'at
Aminatu Darsa.
Qara'at Aminatu Darsa, correct.
And nominal would be Aminatu Qara'at ad-dars.
Mhm.
Right? And then excuse me, al-qamisu. So that's a shirt.
Yep.
Ghasalat ummi. Ghasalat ummi
Yep.
al-qamisa.
Ghasalat ummi al-kamisa, correct.
And nominal would be ummi ghasalat al-qamisa.
Ummi ghasalat al-kamisa, correct. And the next one, please, number 7. Can you explain what's happening there?
تأمل المثالين الآتيين. Re-examine the following examples. Number 1, الطلاب ذهبوا إلى الملعب. So الطلاب is the mubtada and it's a nominal sentence. ذهبوا إلى الملعب is the khabar.
Mal'abi is not the khabar. No, it's not.
I mean ذهبوا.
Dhahabu ila al-mal'abi is the khabar, correct.
Right? Yeah. So I said, and then if we change this to a verbal sentence, dahabu becomes dahaba, because when it begins when it's in the beginning of the sentence, it can be in the singular past third
Yep.
person
Yep.
tense. Dhahabat tullabu ilal malabi.
Correct.
Number 2,
Just quickly, sorry, what's Ilal Malabi? So if I translated, the students went to the
The students, they went
playground.
to the playground.
sorry, playground. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
they went to the
Okay.
playground.
Okay, so at-talibatu dhahabna ilal maktabati. So at-talibatu is plural, feminine. Dhahabna is then the appropriate tense, ilal maktabati. If we change that to bring the verb in the beginning, a verbal sentence, it is dhahabat at-talibatu ilal maktabati. So dhahabat is singular,
Correct.
past, and at-talibatu is plural. But because it's come in the beginning, we can use it again as a singular third person
Correct.
past tense.
Correct. Correct. So I want you to do, so here at-talibatu is plural, dhahabna is plural. But when the verb comes first, dhahabat is singular, at-talibatu, which is a doer, is a plural, can come with it.
Right. So when you start a
It's
new
the library. Sorry. The maktabati is the library. Sorry
Yes,
to interrupt.
library. Yes.
yeah, no problem, Shabnam. When you start a new sentence, the first verb form is singular, right, Sheikh?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. So this is when we were talking about he or she.
Yes, only for third person, male and female, right?
Yep. Can you do one now? How many? Let me just check how many examples. Okay, there's 3 of us. I want you to do 3 each. So, for example, which is al-awladu sharibu al-kahwata. So al-awladu is plural, and sharibu is also plural because the actual doer has come before the verb. So it's a nominal sentence. So that's the reason why the verb has to correspond to that. Al-kahwata is the object. Now, when it's singular, so when the verb comes first, then even though the doer is plural, that's permitted. So we can say shariba al-awladu al-kahwata. The boys drank the coffee. Go ahead, Sister Tahira. Do the next 3.
Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. An-nasu sami'ul adhana. The people heard the adhan.
No, the people, they heard.
Oh, sorry. The people, they heard the adhan.
Correct.
So there is stress on the people
Yep.
because because it's a nominal sentence, Sheikh?
That's right.
Okay, so if you change that to a verbal sentence, Bismillah. Sami an-nasu
Correct.
al-adhana.
Correct. Samia an-nasa
An-nasu.
an-nasu al-adhan. Correct.
Number 3, at-tullabu katabul ijwabata.
Al-ajwibata.
Sorry. At-tullabu katabu al-ajwibata. The students, they wrote the exam.
The answers.
Oh, the answers?
Yes. Jawab is answers.
What is
Jawab,
exam?
jawab is plural. So jawab is singular. Al-ajwibatu is plural.
Of course, yeah. So what is exam, Sheikh?
Al-imtihanat.
Al-imtihanat. Okay, thank you. Change that to a verbal sentence.
Yep.
Kataba at-tulabul al-ajwibata.
Correct.
Number 3. Oh, sorry, number 4. At-talibatu dakhalna al-fasla. The feminine students, they entered the classroom.
Correct.
Change that to a verbal sentence. Bismillah. Dakhalat
Yep.
at-talibatu
Correct.
al-fasla.
Excellent. Brilliant. Next person, Sister Roshan.
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Al-Mudarrisuna kharaju min al-fusuli. The teachers, they entered into they left from the classroom.
Correct.
That's a nominal sentence. So turning it into
Nominal. Yes, you're right. Nominal.
Turning it into a verbal sentence. Kharaja al-mudarrisu min al-fusuli.
Al-mudarrisuna. You missed the noon out. Al-mudarrisuna.
خرج المدرسون من الفصل
Fusuli.
من الفصول. I'm sorry. So مدرسون
Yep.
is the plural of mudarris, is a male teacher.
Correct. That's correct.
Okay, so خرج المدرسون من الفصل.
Correct.
Number 6.
Sorry, can I interrupt just one sec?
Yep.
It's become genitive like jar because of minal, otherwise it would be accusative, am I right? Because of the preposition before?
Yep.
Okay. Sorry to interrupt.
No, it's fine.
It's okay. Everybody's learning. Number 6. زملاء رجعوا من مكة. زملاء, colleagues.
Yep. زملائي رجعوا من مكة. My colleagues, they returned.
So my colleagues, they returned from Makkah.
Correct.
Turning it into a verbal sentence. Raja'a al-zumala'i, my colleagues, min al-Makkata.
Correct.
So Makkata will remain Makkata because
It's a dipto noun.
it is a dipto. Okay. And Zumalai is E because they're my colleagues.
Correct.
Raja'a min al-Makkati. Okay. Number 8.
Number 8. Sorry, yes, your girl. Number 7. Yeah.
Akhawati galasna.
غسلنا.
Sorry, I think I'll just go back to my book. Akhawati gasalna kumasano kumsana. My sisters washed the shirts.
Correct.
So turning that into a verbal sentence. غسلت أخواتي القمصان.
Excellent.
My sisters washed my sisters the shirts.
Excellent. Sister Shabnam, can you do the last three, please?
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان بسم الله الرحمن التجار فتحوا دكاكين. The merchants open the stores. Now into a nominal. فتحوا التجار فتحوا التجار. Oh my God. فتحوا التجار دكاكين. The merchants opened the stores.
Right, Shabnam?
The kakina, right?
Not fatahu, not fatahu, fataha.
Fataha opened. Yes,
Right?
sorry.
Okay, thanks.
It's such a tongue twister. Okay. Attibatu dhahabna. Attabibatu dhahabna ilal mustashfa. So the female doctors went to the hospital and into a verbal sentence. So it'll be dhahabat at-tabibatu ilal mustashfa. So the female doctors went to the hospital. At-tulabu fahimud darsa. The students understood the lesson into a verbal sentence. Fahima tulabu darsa. Fahima is singular verbal because it's starting with a verb. Right?
Yep.
Sheikh, can I ask you a question, please?
Yep.
Number 9,
when
we say dhahabat at-tabibatu ilal mustashfa, when we write it, do we have to put the kasra, dhahabatit tabibatu?
No, there's no need. You'll understand from the Arabic grammar that because where at-tabibat has alif lam, you will put a kasra on the sukun. So that's how you will understand. There's no need.
Okay. Thank you.
Right.
It's still written as a sukun, but it's read as a kasra, right?
That's right. Right, Sister Shabnam, can you do the next one, please? The Ammal Amthila, read and remember.
The Ammal, read and remember. Kharajat tullabu wa dhahabu. The students, so translate. So the students, kharaja, left and went.
And they went.
They went.
Yeah.
So it's a verbal sentence because it's starting with the singular verb. And yet it's a plural for the students. Kara at-tullabu wa katabu. The students read, katabu, and wrote.
Excellent.
And they wrote. Akala nasu wa sharibu. The people or the humans, whatever, ate and they drank. Again, akala, it's a verbal sentence because all is singular in the beginning.
Sheikh, number 1, how do you translate it? Is it the students went and they came?
The students went and they...
No, there's left
and they went.
And went.
Yeah, so...
And they went. So it's exited first, right?
Yes.
Students left?
And they went.
They went.
Oh, okay.
Because the verb, this first verb is singular, then the next verb is plural. So when a plural verb comes, so it should be translated they. So they went.
Right. Okay, thank you so much.
No problem. Right, Sister Roshan, can you do the next 4?
Okay, make a sentence from Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Make a sentence from each pair of verbs on the pattern of the examples above. Note that the second verb has the plural ending while the first does not. Actually, that was going to be my question. So the second one is in plural.
Yes.
Okay. Dakala wa jalasa. Dakala tulabu
Yep.
wa jalasu al-faslu.
No, you see دخل الطلاب في الفصل
Jalasu
في الفصل وجلسوا.
وجلسوا في الفصل في الفصل.
And that's perfect.
Sorry, how many did you ask?
All of them. All four of them.
Okay. ضرب وقتل. ضرب الأولاد وقتلوا الحية.
حية. Excellent. حية.
Number 3. قرأ
Can I
فهم.
bother if we can translate? Sorry, my vocab's so bad. Sorry.
Okay. So ضرب, excuse me. So ضرب is a excuse me. So ضرب الأولاد, the children beat and they killed the snake.
They killed the snake. Excellent.
قرأ فهم and فهم. قرأ الدرس الطلاب.
No, قرأ الطلاب الدرس.
Right. قرأ الطلاب الدرس وفهموا الدروس.
وفهموا الدرس.
الدرس.
Yep. Next one.
Okay. Sahib is the children read the lesson and they understood it.
Yep.
Number 4. Samia and Dhahaba. Sami an-nasu al-adana wa dhahabu ila al-masjidi.
Yep. سمع الناس الأذان وذهبوا إلى المسجد. Excellent. Is that clear for you now?
So the people heard the adhan and went to the masjid.
Correct. Is that clear for you now, Sister Roshan?
Yes, it is. Thank you.
You're welcome. Sister Tahira, it says to make sentences, but I don't want you to make sentences because we've done the practice already with verbal, converting them from verbal to nominal. So that's fine. I just want you to read these words and translate them, please.
Okay. Are we doing number 12?
Number 11.
Oh, sorry, number 11. Okay. Akala, he ate. Ghasala, he bathed, showered.
Ghasala, he washed.
Oh, he washed. Okay. Sorry. Qara'a, he read. Kataba, he wrote. Daraba, he hit. Qatala, he killed. Dakhala, he entered. Kharaja, he left.
Yep.
Hafiza, he remembered. Shariba, he drank. Fahima, he understood. Sami'a, he heard.
Excellent. Sister Shabnam, can you do number 12?
Read and remember. Ta'mal ma ya'li. Man fataha al-babu. Who opened the door?
Man fataha
Doors.
al-baba. Not al-baba.
Baba.
Yeah.
Who opened the doors? So fataha, again, it's a verbal sentence because it's starting with a singular thing and the doors is plural, right? And then does it say ana fatahtu?
Yep.
I opened it.
Yeah.
I opened.
Yeah.
I opened it, right?
Yeah. Who, because al-bab is masculine, so we use a pronoun
Yes.
who to refer to it.
Yeah,
Correct.
so it's a single door. So who opened the door? I opened it.
Correct.
Ana fatahtuhu. Man
Although-
fatahan
Sorry.
Sorry. No, go ahead.
No, sorry,
Do you have a
Shabnam.
question?
Yeah, I was just wondering if it's doors, it will be abwaba, right?
Abwab. Yeah, I realized afterwards. Yes. Man fatahan nawafida. So who opened the windows? Here it's plural, right? But it's answered with ana fatahtuha because plural is singular feminine. It's non-human. So
Right.
I opened them.
Excellent. So ana fatahtuha. I opened them, or I opened them. Yep, correct.
Sheikh,
then-
are these verbal sentences?
Ana, it's verbal sentence. No, they are nominal sentences because
Yeah.
it's got ana in the beginning.
And the question?
The questions are also nominal sentence. Man is a noun, so it's not a verb.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Can you do, Sister Shabda, also the new words?
Al kalimatul jadidatu, the new words. Al inab is the grapes. Al maus, the banana. Al teen, the fig. Al fajr. Oh, I'm not sure with that. Sorry. What is
Morning.
it? Al fajr.
Morning.
Is it morning?
Yeah, morning. Dawn.
The morning. Oh, okay. It's not a fruit. Jawabu. Jawab is singular.
Yep.
And plural, that means answer. And plural is ajwiba, answers.
Correct.
Sual, singular question. As'ilatu is plural of questions. Al-bakalu is the vegetables or the growth. Yeah, the vegetables, right?
Yep.
Al-asar, the snake.
Stick.
Isn't
Al-asa means the stick.
The snake, the stick.
No, the stick, yeah. Calf, staff.
Yeah. Yes, staff. Hayal.
Can I interrupt, Shabnam?
Mhm.
Sorry, Sheikh. Al-Bakalu is the greengrocer, right? The
Yes.
trader, not the
Yeah.
vegetables.
Grocer.
The grocer, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, thank you.
No. Hayatul, life.
No.
Hay-
Hayatun means district or area.
oh,
No. Hayat. So here, no. Here, hayatun means snake.
Snake.
Yeah.
snake.
Yeah.
Okay. And how would you say the other thing then? Hayatun is snakes.
Yep.
Samia is Fahima is to understand, Shariba is to drink, and Samia is to listen. He heard.
Correct.
How do you say district, Sheikh?
It's the same word. It's
Is it?
hayyun.
It's the
Hayyun.
same one.
It's the same word without the time marbuta.
Oh,
Oh, okay. So, and then what would the plural be?
I'll show you it now. Give me 2 seconds. I'll send it to you. So hayyatu ahya'un. So district is hayyatun as well.
Yeah.
So it's the same word, but it comes in. So there's two words exactly the same, but from the context you will understand whether it's coming in the district or snake.
Okay. So everything is the same, plural as well,
Yeah.
huh? Okay, thank
Double
you.
check the plural, but what we collect, yes, it is the same. I'll check that for you. Okay. Right, now we did the actual points to remember, but so pretty much we finished the lesson now.
Alhamdulillah.
But now next lesson itself, it's a really straightforward lesson. It's pretty much the same thing, but it's going to just talk about the doer of the verb. So that's the main theme of this lesson. So I'm going to ask Sister Tahira to read this is a long lesson, so this will be done over 2 lessons. So go ahead. So this is a quite important lesson. Sister Tahira?
Can you hear me? Sorry.
Are we starting with points to remember or the lesson itself? I didn't quite.
Yeah, we can do point to remember first, because that will just make things clear what we're going to cover in this lesson. So it's about the doer of the verb, and also talk about numbers from 11 to 19, how they come.
Mhm. Okay.
So,
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Sorry, Sheikh.
no, go ahead. Bismillah. I'm just going to make it
In
larger.
Excuse me. In this lesson, we learn the following. The habti, you went, feminine singular. The hub plus T. Number 2, the numbers 11 to 20 with the feminine ma'dud. We've already learned these numbers with the masculine ma'dud in lesson 3. Rules pertaining to these numbers with the feminine ma'dud have also been mentioned there. To summarize, A, 11 and 12, both parts of the number agree with the ma'dud. Example, Ahada ashara taliban, Ihda asharata talibatan.
Excellent.
Itna, sorry.
So 11 and 12, the unit and the tens, both of them correspond to the thing which has been counted. From 13 to 19, the units, the tens, will correspond with the ma'dud. If it's masculine, the 10 will be masculine. If the ma'dud is feminine, the ashara will be feminine, but the unit itself will be opposite to them.
Okay.
That's what he's going to teach you. Inshallah, if you go through it, and then we'll do the lesson, and it'll be clearer.
All right. B.
Just quickly, so it's Ahada Ashara Taliban, so 11 students, and yet students is singular written?
Yes, so all of them from 11 to 19 or 11 to 20, it remains singular. Yes, the Taliban remains singular. First of all, from 3 to 10, well, when we did 3 to 10, we did it plural.
Yes.
Plural, but now from 11 to 19 or 20, it's singular, plural, singular, and it's accusative case mansoob. Rather than before, from 3 to 10, it was plural with a kasra tanween, but now it's singular with a fatha tanween.
Okay, thank you.
So the ma'dud is singular when you're counting from 11 to 20? Okay. Note that the letter Sheen has fatha in ashara and sukoon in ashrata. B, 13 to 19. In these numbers, the second part agrees with the ma'dud and the first part does not. Example, thalathata ashara taliban, thalatha asharata talibatan. So, Taliban, the second part, agrees with the ma'dud. I don't get that, Sheikh. What does that mean?
Okay, then now over here now.
Yeah.
Thalathata, so 13 to 19, in these numbers, the second part. So the second part is the ashara. Thalatha is the first part, ashara is the second part. It says the second part agrees with the ma'dud. Ma'dud is the thing which is counted. Look at 13. Thalatha ashara taliban. The word ashar is masculine. Taliban is masculine. Now the next one, female students. Thalatha is masculine, yes?
Yes.
And talibatan is feminine. So they're the opposite gender. correct?
Oh, yeah.
And the actual 10 itself, now asharata is feminine, talibatan is
Feminine.
correct. So both of them are corresponding. The 10 is corresponding and talibatan is corresponding as well.
Okay. So the second part and the third part, they agree with each other.
Correct.
Okay. Thamaniyata ashara taliban. That's 18 masculine students. So Tamaniyata is feminine. Ashara and Taliban is both masculine, right?
Yep.
Tamaniya Asharata Talibatan. So now here the first part is masculine and the second and the third part are both feminine.
Correct.
Number 3, Ayu, which we have learned this word in book 1. It is always mudaf and the noun following it is majrur because it is mudaf ilayhi. Example, Ayu talibin kharaja, which student went out. So Sheikh, Ayu makes the Taliban into majrur, huh?
Correct. Mudaf ilay.
Mudaf ilayh, yeah, sorry, yeah. Ayya kitabin qara'ata, which book did you read? Bi ayyi kalamin katabta, which pen did you write with? Note that the word...
Sheikh, sorry, can I? Sorry, Ty. Sheikh, normally with mudaf ilay, the second part always has al. Here it doesn't. Am I right?
Yes, that's right. But the thing is that the mudaf ilay can come with al. It can also come without al. So both can.
Oh, it can.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, thanks.
Oh, that's so good you pointed that out. Thanks, Shona. I didn't realize that. Note that the word ay is marfu, ayu, in the first sentence because it is mubtada. And it is mansub in the second because it is maf'ul bihi.
Correct.
And the majrur, and it's majrur in the third because of the bi. It's preceded by the preposition.
Correct. So when you say ayya kitabin karata, it should be karata ayya kitabin. But what's happening? The object in ayya kitabin is preceding the verb, just to emphasize which book did you read. Like in Surah Al-Hamd, we say iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'in. So iyyaka is coming before the verb, just to emphasize that the object of worshipping is Allah only, no one else.
Okay.
So iya is having fatah as well. Iyaka here, ayya, the makes no difference. So ayya kitabin is the object for the verb karata.
Mm-hmm. So ayya is the object?
Yes. Ayya kitabin is mudaf ilay, object coming before the verb. So there are some cases where the actual object comes before the verb.
Okay. Okay. So can we say this is a nominal sentence then?
Yes, it is correct.
Okay. Should I continue number 4?
Yes, please. Let's get Roshan, Sister Roshan.
Okay.
Sister Roshan.
Rahim. I'm sorry. I'm still trying to absorb that last part. I'm totally confused.
I'll go through that again once more.
I'll have to read it again and
yeah.
think.
So what we'll do is that I'm just going to do points to remember today, and the next lesson we'll go through the lesson. It'll give you time to revise and understand.
Inshallah. Okay. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Number 4. Adhunnu, I think. Adhunnu annaha dhahabat ila Makkah. I think that she went to Makkah. Anna is a sister of Inna, and so its ism is mansub, and its khabar is marfu. For example, so Anna is the sister of Inna, so Annaha. So I am sorry, I don't understand that. Inna is the sister of Inna, so its ism is mansub. So ism of Anna here is she, Annaha.
So in this example,
So read number 4 again.
Yep.
Adhunnu, or I think.
Mhm.
So Adhunnu annaha dhahabat ila Makkah. Makkata.
Let me explain now. Now here, the word Anna, the ism of Anna can be either a noun or it could be a pronoun. Okay.
Right.
Now, if you look at Adhunnu Anna Hamidan Maridun, can you see the word Hamidan?
Okay.
Has a fatha tanween, correct?
Yes.
Always the word Anna always enters a nominal sentence, a sentence of mubtada and a khabar, subject and predicates. So if Anna wasn't there and we just had the word Hamidun, Maridun, what would be the translation?
Hamid is
So Hamid is sick is a nominal sentence for subject and predicates. But when Anna comes, it changes the subject to the ism and the actual khabar as the khabar of Anna. And the harakat change because it's a nominal sentence. Now, when a pronoun comes, like adhunnu annaha, so ha, it's the actual ism of Anna, but because it's an indeclinable noun, the harakat of it being mansub in the accusative case is hidden. It's not visible.
okay. I think. Okay, I'll have to read again.
So can you see Hamidan having fatha tanween?
Hamidan has fatha on him, yes.
Where is the fatha tanween on annaha? Is there any fatha tanween on ha?
Okay, so that's why Annaha is
It's
okay.
the harakat of it's being the ism of Anna is hidden. That's nothing visible. That's what I'm trying to say.
I see. Okay. I get it.
That.
Okay.
Sometimes I have to do it black and white, and that's the only way students understand.
Thank you. Okay. So I think that the Imam is new. Adhunnu anna al-imama jadidun.
Okay, before we do that one there, now also let me explain. Annaha dhahabat ila Makkata. Now, dhahabat ila Makkata, it's a verb, correct?
Right.
Now, this verbal sentence is coming as the khabar of Anna as well.
Right.
Is that so? And whenever Anna it has subject and predicate. Ha is the ism of Anna, and then the verbal sentence comes as the khabar. As you know, that when you do the example, Muhammadun dhahaba, Muhammad is the subject, and dhahaba is the predicate.
Predicate, right.
Same thing happens here. So whatever the rulings of subject and predicate are, those rulings still stay intact or are applied regardless of whether Anna is there or not there. So when we say Annaha, ha is becoming the ism of Anna, and dhahabat is the khabar of Anna.
Okay.
So the subject is adhunnu and annaha.
Correct. Ha is the ism of Anna, correct?
Yes.
So the subject here is I, adhunnu.
No, adhunnu is a verb of yes. Anna is the subject of the verb adhunnu, correct? But for ism of Anna, ha is the ism of Anna.
Right. Okay. Okay, inshallah. So the next one about Fatima. Adhunnu anna Fatimata ghaibatan. I think that Fatima is absent.
What's happening to harakat? What's happening to Anna Fatimata?
So I think if it was if we didn't mention Fatima, then it would be Annaha Gaibatun.
Excellent, excellent.
Right?
And why is it Fatimata? Why is it in the accusative case?
Because Fatimata is the
A dipto noun.
dipto. Okay.
It's because it's a name and it ends with time marbuta. It doesn't take any tanweens.
Okay. Okay, I see. So everything that ends with it, that's right. Okay, everything that ends with the tamarbuta will be every name that
Yes,
will end with the thigh, but tamarbuta will be dipto. Okay.
without a tanween. We are a noun without a tanween. Correct.
Okay. Azunnu annaka mut'abun. I think that you are tired.
Yes,
So annaka ka is, or you
exactly.
is the
Listen,
pronoun of anna,
Ism.
or ism of anna. Thank you.
is it clear for you
I
now?
think I am tired.
Don't worry, not long to go. Only a few more, and then we'll. Sister Roshan, do 5, and then 6 and 7. I'll give that to Shabnam.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Qala innaka ahsanu talibin fil fasli. He said, you are the best student in the class.
Yeah.
Note that after qala, the particle inna is used and not in anna.
Yeah.
So why is it innaka, not annaka?
I love you. I love the questions. Now, the reason why, because whenever in a text or a reading text, when qala comes, means he said. So he said is a beginning of a sentence of a speech mark. You know when you have speech marks?
Right, okay.
So this is the beginning of his conversation. What did he say? He said this.
Quotation.
Exactly. So that's the reason why inna comes with a kasra. That's a ruling, because it's as if it's a brand new sentence. And whenever
Okay.
it's a brand new sentence, the word inna comes with a kasra.
Okay. So because
I don't understand that.
when would he use annaka?
When it's in the annaka is when there's a sentence before it, and there's when it comes in the middle of a sentence, then it's anna. But when it's in the beginning of a sentence of qala, well, qala is he said. What did he say? He's beginning his conversation. So whenever is a beginning of a conversation, is inna with a kasra.
Anytime you're quoting somebody,
Yes.
basically.
I see. Okay, 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 I get it. I think I just have to stay in my brain. Hopefully I don't forget.
Well, if you forget, I'll remind you again. Don't worry about that.
Thank you.
Because I know there's a lot of things you have to memorize, retain, and the only way you do it, first of all, I need you to understand. Once you've understood it, then I'll repeat it 1,000 times until it sinks in.
I think for this little brain it will be 1,003
No,
times.
no. You haven't got a little brain, mashallah. The other thing is that always give yourself positive feedback that you haven't got a small brain, you've got a big brain.
Thank you. Thank you, Sheikh.
Honest, seriously, this is one of the things about Arabic language. It's a psychological thing. People make barriers for themselves. Oh, I'm so tired. Oh, I've got a small brain. You haven't got a small brain. You've graduated from university. You've got children. You've got everything in life. So why it comes to Arabic, you got a small brain.
Sheikh, it's so hard with Roshan Bhai. I have to keep on telling her that she's got a good big brain.
Exactly. So,
Oh my gosh, thank you, Jazakumullah khair. Thank you,
one thing is
everybody.
that, Roshan, is that with Arabic itself, because what happens is that you create barriers. It's like kids. Oh, I'm going to drown in the water. No, you're not going to drown in the water. Just jump in the pool and you find out. So,
Thank you, Jazakumullah. Thank you for your prompting.
this is, and inshallah, be positive, and you will see, inshallah, the fruits as well. So Tommy, you're lucky. When we studied, we were battered, literally battered. If we didn't learn our lessons, especially the Arabic language, we used to be taught a lesson properly.
Sheikh, if only you knew how many years I have spent trying to learn this Arabic. I have been learning for so many years. It's
I will make
difficult.
you learn it and come to the class, and that's the only thing I want. Just attend the
Inshallah.
classes, and I'll take you on this journey, and I'll make you reach your destiny. That's my
Inshallah. Inshallah. Thank you so much. Jazakallah.
the thing is that
Okay, so
I
Roshan
can-
Bhai, you got it, right? No quitting. You're not allowed. Roshan Bhai, every time I meet her, she's ready to quit.
no, it's just Roshan. There's
And
nothing.
yet I come back. I keep coming back. So there's something that's keeping me
The
going.
Alhamdulillah.
thing is, this is Roshan. One thing is that I will once. There's another sister I have as well. Okay, what I'll do. This is something I'll recommend you to do. Do you have any in your Sunday madrasa school? Do you have Arabic language where you teach there?
No,
No.
no language. No, not
How
in
comes?
mother,
How comes?
because they haven't yet started with it, and quite a few parents are now concerned that the kids are not at all interested in reading Quran because
They
there
don't
is
understand.
absolutely no understanding. So even if they start in the nursery with just words like kala, he said, little words, bismi, and we've been trying to tell madrasa. So inshallah, the big issue also is teachers.
I will help you launch, and anyone who wants to launch Arabic languages in school and madrasas, I will send you the material. I'll help and support you. Any problems and challenges you have, I'm at you there and assist yourself. I'll give you some other books for teaching Arabic language. So there's another new book which I find is really nice. So you need to make it creative, and also what the thing is, again, I need a team. If I have a team of people now, what can be done is this: I need a person who works on the Arabic language, and then I need another person who works on the tafsir and 30 of juz, breakdown of the 30 of juz. And there's people like Sister Bilqis. Sister Bilqis is feeling well at the moment, but inshallah, soon as she gets well, inshallah, I'm going to try to amalgamate, the way she does things in this PDF and the PowerPoints.
Mm-hmm.
Has everyone seen them? Sister Shabnam, Sister Roshan, have you seen her? Sister Bilqis's PowerPoints and PDF works.
Yeah, she used to send this every Friday
Yeah.
to us. Remember, Roshan Bhai?
Yes, I think in the beginning, right? She used to send them.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Now, things that what can be done is that we can break down, like, for 30 of juz into themes. Like Surah Nas this is a theme. This is the breakdown of the words, and teach it the kids Arabic, make it more related to them, and they will enjoy the Quran.
So Sheikh, the same thing that can be taught to a young class can
Yep.
also be taught to an older class by adding all this, right?
Exactly, and add more material to it. Exactly.
Yeah.
The only thing is, if I had about 4 people to help me out, I could give the ideas, and I've got the material like dispersed around, but I haven't got the time to sit down to make everything, compile it, and make it, because this is something which we lack as a community, that we need something cohesive and in a systematic way using Arabic and tafsir. Tafsir is something lacking throughout the actual syllabuses everywhere. We do have like the here and there some syllabuses, but tafsir classes with the Arabic, that would be really helpful for children.
Sheikh, are you doing it with any madrasa at all or not yet?
I am the children which I'm teaching are online. I'm working with them, but the children in-house itself, because I'm the only one, because it's difficult for me to unless I had extra 2 days in the week, then I can teach kids within in-house itself, but there's not enough days I have in the week.
Yeah, so we should, I can contact the principal and let him know to talk to you.
Yeah, if you want to launch it, by all means, I'm more than happy to facilitate, because this is something, even, and as I said, if teachers need help, of how to teach Arabic language, because teaching Arabic language to adults is challenging. I know it's challenging, but with kids, you have to act like a kid. Teaching a language is Arabic language. Act like a child, and you could teach like a child, and you could teach like a child, because that's the way you have to teach Arabic, because you have to make it engaging, interactive, enjoyable, and kids learn really quick.
Yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. I have to leave. Sorry, Sheikh.
Okay, no problem. We'll just finish off the last.
You're done. Yeah.
We're just about finished. We're on point number 7.
Okay. Sure. Okay.
So, Sister Rosen, you finished that one there. So yeah, point number 5, 5, 6, and 7, and then you could disperse.
Okay. So 5 we've done. So 6, lima, why? If it stands alone, a ha is added to it, lima, like why. This is called how we have learned in book 2 some examples of adjectives ending in an. Example, an. Jawanu, achanu, gadbanu. The feminine of such adjectives is on the pattern of fa'al, and the plural of both the masculine and the feminine is on the pattern fi'alun. Example, Bilalun jaw'anun. Bilal is hungry. Rijalu ji'anun. Ji'anun. So the man is, I don't know what ji'anun means. Hungry. Okay. Yeah. I thought Jo'anun is hungry.
Jo'an is singular. Jia is the plural.
Oh, okay. Plural, hungry. So the men are hungry. Aminatu Jo'ani. Amina is hungry. And then Nisa'u Jia'un. The women are hungry. So here, the adjective is still in a masculine form.
Yeah, so the feminine and masculine plural is exactly the same. The singular plural is different. Jo'a. So Aminatu Jo'a, not Jo'anu, is Jo'a.
Jo'a, okay. Okay. Note the plural of Kaslanu and Kasla is Kusala.
Excellent.
Okay.
Jazakallah, Sister Tahira, 8, 9, and 10. No problem at all.
Bismillah, hati, give or bring. Note, it's isnad to the other pronouns of the second person. Ya Ahmadu hati. O Ahmad, is this bring?
Yes, bring.
Okay. O Ahmad, bring. Ya Ikwanu hatu. O brothers, bring. Ya Zainabu hati. O Zainab, bring. Ya Akhawatu hatina. O ladies.
Yeah, sisters.
Oh, sorry. O sisters, bring. So how do you know it's give or bring?
That it comes in the meaning of bring. Hati, that's what it does.
Okay. Number 9, khud, take. You will learn the imperative form of the verb in book 4. Oh my goodness. Number 10. For Fariha.
Sorry to interrupt, Tahira. My apologies. What does isnad mean?
It's okay. Isnad means related to. So no, it is related to other pronouns of the second person. So isnad means hati is a singular masculine. Hati, hatiya, hatu, hati. Hati is a singular masculine. Hati is a singular feminine. Hatu is the masculine plural. And hatina is the plural for the feminine itself. So that's what it means. Isnad means related to other pronouns.
I see. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Number 10. For Fariha biyal mudarrisu kathiran. So the teacher was greatly pleased with me. Here, fa means so, and bi means with me. So Sheikh, there's a biya here. It's
Yes.
for smoothing
It
the.
means me. Yes. Fariha, be with me.
Okay. So the fatha is there just to continue reading with the al, right?
Yes.
Note, farihtu bika, I was pleased with you. Farihu bina, they were pleased with us. Afarihta bihi, were you pleased with him? Number 11, note that the habbat can be read in 4 ways with 4 meanings. The habat, she went. The habta, you, masculine singular, went. The habti, you, feminine singular, went. The habtu, I went.
Excellent.
She taught us this. This we know.
Yep. That's what it is. Nothing. So pretty much this lesson you've done some of it, some things that you haven't done. So Sister Roshan, I want you to do one. Sister Ida, do one column of the vocabulary and one column Sister Roshan will do.
Okay, Bismillah. Kawa, he ironed. Fahimtuhu jayidan. I have understood it well. Zadakallahu ilman. May Allah increase your knowledge. That's so nice, Sheikh, to say that. Ja'a, he came. Rakibun, passenger in a bus, train, plane, etc. Sir, Sheikh, passenger or passengers?
Rakibun is passenger. Rukabun is passengers, plural.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Fariha, he was pleased. Khadimun, servant, both male and female. Masha'allahu, literally what Allah wills, an expression of surprise and appreciation. Roshan Mai?
Thank you. I hope you're feeling better. You're still coughing.
Thank you. I'm okay. Thanks.
Feel better, inshallah. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Majallatun is magazine. Imaratun, building. Suratun, a surah. Shikkatun.
Yep, flat.
Shikkatun is flat. Flat as in surface flat?
No. Flat as an apartment.
And as apartment flat, okay. Sinnun, a tooth.
Yep.
Ya bunayya, oh my little son. Masrurun, pleased or happy. Fakat, only.
Yes. And what Sister correct. Now it's this the word for district is hayyun, not hayyatun, it's hayyun.
Hayyun, okay.
Yeah. So without the time marbuta. If it's with the time marbuta, it comes in the meaning of snake. And if it's without the time marbuta, hayyun comes in the meaning of life, and it also comes in the meaning of district as well.
Okay. And Sheikh, Suratun is also face, isn't it?
No, that's with a sod.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That's face or image itself. Okay. Allahumma salli ala Muhammad wa ala. So Jazakallah for that. And inshallah, next lesson we'll go through the actual whole lesson, and I'll break down the points to remember on the lesson, and inshallah you will understand it. Inshallah, okay.
Inshallah. Thank you very much, Sheikh. Jazakumullah khair.
It's a very long lesson, 6, huh?
Yeah, I know. That's the reason why I had to break it down in 2 parts.
Jazakallah. Thank you so much, Sheikh.
Thank you. Fi amanillah.